Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, which is Health and Relationship with me, Yaira Rose. And on this channel, we talk about health, obviously, benefits of whatever kind of vegetables, fruits, nuts, anything that you want to know about. We talk about relationships, issues in relationships, we talk about sex, we talk about the body, we pretty much talk about anything health and relationship. You get it. But yeah, I hope you guys have been doing great. I hope you guys are feeling so blessed today, this week. But today, guys, we are going to be talking about the anatomy of the eye. This is one of the series that we're going to be talking about, covering different parts of the body, trying to understand and explain and talk about or discuss how certain parts of the body works. Now, today's topic is the eye and how the eye works. This eye that is looking at you right now. We just get up every day and use certain, all our limbs and our eyes, our nose, our lips, our mouth, our hands, our feet. We just use it like it's a normal thing every day. But then I don't know if any of you, as weird as I am, sometimes I sit back and kind of imagine how certain things on your body works, and that kind of intrigued me. And I've been doing some research in how certain parts of the body works, and but the thing is, I don't know what most of you believe in, but I believe obviously that God created us, and there's no explanation in how He created us. So it's a bit tricky, really, to have to explain how certain parts of the body works, but on a scientific level, or whoever came up with this, from research and studies, we have information on how certain parts of the body works. So guys, yeah, with all that blah blah blaring about, let's get straight into the video and let's start with the anatomy of the eye, the condition of the eye, how it works, all that jazz. Let's share this information with you, okay? So the sight is I'll say more complex process anyway. So more of the brain is dedicated to vision rather than the taste or the touch or the hearing, or the smell combined. As usual, guys, my brain, I forget quite a lot of stuff. So I've pretty much written stuff down to kind of be looking up and down and, sharing with you. So just bear with me. So basically, how the visual system works. This is what, the explanation we have for it. So the light, light passes through the cornea. I'm going to be inserting the pictures just so that you be on board with me and try and understand where I'm coming from, because I'm going to be using a lot of words that we don't hear of every day. So yeah, the light passes through the cornea, which is like a domed shaped structure of the eye. The cornea bends the light to help the eye focus. The cornea bends the light to help the eye focus. I don't know how. Okay. So the iris allows some of this light to enter the pupil, okay? The light passes through the lens. With the cornea, the lens focuses the light onto the retina at the back of the eye. The retina converts the light signal into electrical impulses. So the optic nerve carries the impulses to the brain, which processes the signals and produces the images that we see. That sounds so complicated though, guys. That sounds really complicated. Okay. So to understand how this happens, guys, we are going to be looking at the anatomy of the eye. Okay. So the only part of the eye that can see is the front. Okay. The rest is inside the eye socket or the orbit. So muscles connected to the eyeball allow the eye to move according to the direction of the person's gaze. So the muscles connected to the eye allows the eye to move according to the direction of the person's gaze. So if I'm looking that way, the muscle is okay. So when you actually know this information and then you try imagine using your eye, makes you wonder, like, okay, right. Anywho, so the three main types of tissue in the eye is the refracting tissues that focus light, and then you have light sensitive tissues, and then you have the supporting tissue as well. So we're going to have a look at all these different ones. It sounds boring, but guys, bear with me. This is quite interesting. The refracting tissues focus incoming light onto light sensitive tissues to give a clear, sharp image. If tissues are the wrong shape, misaligned or damaged, vision can be blurry. Okay, so if your vision isn't that great, you have problems kind of focusing your eyes on certain things, then listen to this tissues and because this is fascinating, like, honestly. So the refracting tissue includes the pupil. This is the dark spot in the center of the colored part of the eye. So obviously the brown, mine is brown, eye in the middle. The colored part is called the iris. So that's the iris. The pupil expands and shrinks in response to light. So sometimes you can see the pupil go a bit small, and then sometimes it enlarges. Yeah. So basically it's responding to light. In bright light though, the pupil constricts to protect the sensitive retina from damage. And in low light, it dilates. This allows the eye to take in as much light as possible. So I don't know if any of you have noticed, like, you're talking to somebody or looking into somebody's eyes, and all of a sudden you see the pupil kind of like expands. I always wondered what that is. Somebody actually, I don't know whether they lied to me or whatever, but they gave me the information that when somebody pupils expand, it's because they're horny. That was that was what somebody told me. It's because they're horny. I always wondered that, but this is the explanation we have, that in bright light, the pupil constricts to protect the sensitive retina from damage, and then the low light, it dilates, just so that you can see. So the iris, guys, this is the colored part of the eye. Now, it has muscles that control the size of the pupil and the amount of light that reaches the retina. Okay, so in this way, it is similar to the, the aperture on a camera. It's kind of similar to that. Is that how you say aperture or aperture? I don't know. The lens, after it travels through the pupil, that reaches the lens. So this is a transparent convex structure, okay? So the lens can change shape, helping the eye focus light accurately on the retina. Now, with age, the lens becomes stiffer and less flexible, making focusing more difficult. So as you grow, you start having problems with your eyes. And that's basically the explanation. That's why, okay? So the ciliary muscle, I hope I said that right, ciliary muscle, this is a muscular ring attached to the lens. As it contracts or relaxes, it changes the shapes of the lens. Now, this process is called accommodation. The cornea, though, guys, is a clear dome-like kind of layer that covers the pupil, the iris, and the anterior chamber. So this chamber is a fluid-filled area between the cornea and the iris. You guys, I'm showing you a picture so you guys, kind of follow what I'm trying to say. The cornea like the lashes, the eyelids, and the tear fluid protects the eyes, guys, from injury and foreign objects, so such as dust. It also helps the eye focus by directing light into the eye. Now, the cornea is densely populated with nerve endings and is highly sensitive. So the next thing we're going up to is light sensitive issues, guys. So these include the retina and the optic nerve. So the retina, guys, the retina is the innermost layer of the eye. It contains millions of light sensitive photoreceptor cells that detect light and convert it into electrical signals. So these signals are sent to the brain for processing. Now, the cells in the retina contain protect molecules called opsins that are sensitive to light. I'm not going to try and get too technical, guys. So eye conditions, guys, a wide range of health issues can affect their eyes. They may include a genetic factor, features a person is born with, or your age, or any health conditions that you may have. All these can affect your eye, guys. So here are some examples. Achromatopsia is also known as color blindness. Okay, this is a genetic condition which affects the cone cells. It's where a person has difficulty distinguishing between certain colors. I'm sure when you go to the opticians, they show you these colors and you have to try and pick, distinguish what color was which. That's what that one is. And then you have the age-related degeneration. This causes blurry vision in the center of the visual field. It can lead to vision loss as well. So those who need glasses, those who find it very difficult to read. If I have something pretty close up, I find it quite difficult to actually, but if I pull it away, I can see it a little bit more. The amblyopia, this begins in childhood and is often called the lazy eye. One eye does not develop fully because the other, the stronger eye dominates. And then you have the anisocoria, which occurs when the pupils are on equal size. It can be harmless, but it may indicate a more serious medical problem, such as a stroke. So guys, pay attention to all these. If you have any issues with the eyes, get it checked out. Okay, the astigmatism is another one where the cornea or the lens is incorrectly curved, so the light does not focus properly on the retina as well. The cataracts, this is the clouding of the lens. It can lead to vision loss as well. You have a chalazion, which is a lump forms in the eyelid due to a blockage. It can resemble a style, but it does not stem from an infection. Conjunctivitis, as you guys know, one of the main popular ones, also called the pink eye. This involves an infection of the conjunctiva, which covers the front of the eyeball. And then you have the detached retina, which can come loose, possibly due to an injury, and requires urgent treatment, guys. We've got the diabetic retinopathy, high blood glucose levels can lead to retinal damage and degeneration. This can lead to vision loss as well. You've got the floaters, which speaks can seem to drift across the visual field. You've got the glaucoma as well. Pressure builds up inside the eye and damages the optic nerve. It can lead to vision loss. So there's quite a few things there, which is quite interesting. I'm trying to rush through because I don't want to get too technical to you guys with you guys. There's other things as well where optic neuritis, the nerve becomes inflamed. There's other ones where the eye points to different direction, which is the strabismus. Other different types as well. It's very, very imperative that you do see a doctor though. If you have any sudden changes, including a sudden increase in floaters, any severe pain and redness, guys, severe sensitivity to light, loss of vision, double vision, other vision changes, any injuries that affect the eye or the eye socket, guys, do see a medical help. Okay, so I know that was a little bit rushed. I did try to be as simple as possible, but yeah, I hope that kind of helps you guys. I found it quite interesting, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. I just wanted to share it with you and see what you guys think, in case any of you guys wondered how the eye works. Let me move it around. That's pretty interesting. Like, okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Hope you stay blessed, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Ciao.